What's up? What's up? What's up? Gonna give everybody a few minutes to get in, just to make sure everything's copacetic. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah.
Just to give people a chance to chime in. We haven't been on in 7 days, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been on in a while. We've just been
We gotta let y'all know what's been going on,
very, very busy.
cause a lot of stuff been going on. We just got to level with y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely a little while.
You gonna flick your hair?
What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? We are Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And for those of y'all who may be new, I'm Chris.
And I'm Felicia.
What up? And this evening, we have some information that's going to be eye-opening
Literally.
in so many ways. We just want to give people a few moments to jump in, and if y'all would, just let us know that you're able to hear us just fine.
Yes, just want to check the audio. So if you can hear, just give us a quick thumbs up so that we could know that you can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
And today, my hair is different.
Like, who is that on camera?
I know, right? All I did is I just kind of like washed it and just blew it out with the blow dryer. So
your hair.
tomorrow it's gonna be curly again. I'm gonna just wet it and it's just gonna curl right back up.
Yeah, just playing around with some stuff, you know.
Yeah, just
Gotta keep it live and interesting.
doing something a little different. That's all.
Oh boy. All right, y'all. Well, I don't know about y'all, but it's been a week.
It's been a week.
Oh man, we have been in touch with quite a few people, and as far as things are going on, just stuff out of the blue just popping up on people.
Yeah.
Energy is just all over the place. I think the other day, the energy hit me so hard as soon as I got home. I pretty much fell asleep on the couch around 6 o'clock.
You're the only one. I went in a whole nother realm.
Yeah, so
I tapped out. It was just too intense.
yeah, it's pretty hot. It is pretty hot, but so we wanted to jump in because we actually wanted to cue y'all in or fill y'all in on some things that's just been going on. And with these energies that are high, believe me, y'all may or may not believe this, but we are not immune.
We are not.
We are not immune. There were quite a few things that went down this week, and to be honest, y'all, we were about to say F it. just keeping it real, keeping it 100 with y'all.
Right.
And a little bit later, if y'all are up for it and y'all want card readings, we can go into it.
Right.
But this video is really just to give y'all an update on what's going on, and it's really just a bit thank you to all of the fans and the subscribers that are on our channel.
Right.
Because once I tell you what went down, y'all gonna see how much we really appreciate y'all and we love y'all, and that's the reason why we do this.
That's the reason why we keep coming back, because it's like every time we say, you know what, we're not gonna do any social media, we're not gonna go do no YouTube, we're not gonna do nothing. Then we get a whole bunch of comments, keep doing what you're doing, and we're like, come on, universe.
Yeah.
So
we're not gonna get too deep into it, but let's just say that things got real shaky. Not between us.
Oh yeah.
Not between us. That's good. That's rock solid. That's like, it ain't going nowhere. But things in our life got real shaky.
Right. A lot of tests.
So many tests, and we didn't know how the hell we were gonna make it through it. But at the end of the day, well, actually, let me back up, because we just being transparent with y'all because we want to let y'all know that
Right.
this whole journey is not all love and light.
It's really not. It's everything.
Yeah. So with situations the way that everything was going, it put us into a downward spiral.
Right.
To be honest with
we
y'all.
were spiraling down. Like
Mhm.
we were going into a little bit of a
Depression
or whatever you want. We were at deep
Yeah.
rest.
really deep rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because we were at that point, we really got to the point where we said, F it, we ain't helping nobody else. We ain't doing no more social media.
Right.
And up until now, I think the last post that we made was on your birthday.
Oh, my birthday. That was the
We
last.
hadn't-
Yeah.
We hadn't made any other posts because it's so many energies that are out there that are
Right.
really trying to attack people. Yeah, it may have been a dark night in the
Who
soul
knows?
for us this whole week.
It's so many phases in growing. Generally, just growing altogether, whether spiritually or physically, it's many different stages of growth.
Mhm.
Some are harder than some. For babies, when they come into the world, their bones are soft and they're growing. And so, from the stages of from coming out as a newborn to being 1 year old, they cranky because it hurts because they're growing.
Right.
So even in the spiritual revolution, it's phases where it's going to be harder than other times. Things come to test you, and some lessons will keep showing up to see if did you get it yet. So
Like, did you catch on yet?
did you catching on yet? Or you still gonna you're still gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come back around again.
Yeah.
And so for me, and I think for both of us,
Mhm.
it was letting go of expectations.
That was a really difficult one, and it's funny because we when you go through lessons and you think you learned the lesson,
Mm-hmm.
but when it creep back around and you're in that good mode and you think you flying, but when
Right.
it really hits you,
Right.
like I haven't really learned that
Right,
lesson.
I ain't get it yet. It's
Still don't not get it
here
right.
it go again.
So so in the midst of that test, it really showed us who we are and where we are mentally and as far as spiritually. And it took us a moment to get things back on track. But one of the things that really helped out was y'all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because when we were at that low point, we started getting all these messages on Instagram, on our YouTube channel, people coming on the videos saying like, "Oh man, y'all are so beautiful. Your energy is
Right.
just radiating. Keep doing what you're doing. Y'all have helped me so much, etc., etc."
And in the times when we needed it, you guys were there for us. So
Yep.
it's a beautiful exchange of energy.
Yes. And so, with that being said, it sent us back into an upward spiral to the point that we can actually get back to the middle.
Right.
Okay? And once we were able to get back up to the middle, then we continued to build on top of it. We kept
Keep
building until we got back up.
Right.
And during that, Leisha had an awesome spiritual download that was just
huge.
out of this world.
Like literally.
And then I'm getting downloads myself, because it's funny how your higher self won't leave you alone when you're on a mission.
And check you because my higher self checked me, boy. Like I got checked.
Yeah. And it's funny because my higher self kind of checked me because, okay, when just being transparent, when I get into a low point, like I go and I get into my Netflix, right? And recently, I have been watching The Magicians. I don't know who out there is fans of The Magicians. Used to be on Sci-Fi, and there was this one episode where the main character magician got caught in this spell when he was in this institution, and his friends had to help him in getting out of the institution, right? But they could only help him get out to a certain extent.
Right.
Right? But in order for him to get out, he had to stop playing the game. Because there was a game that was going on, a mind trick that was going on that was keeping him in that spell. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching this series, and I know that this life is a game.
Right.
And I know that a lot of the stuff that's out here is just spells, it's putting up illusions to get us to do or think or react a certain way. And when I saw that, it like really hit in my spirit that the only way to break the spell is to stop playing the game. Right? And Chris, what does that mean? Stop playing the game. Right? Okay, here we go. Our life goes in cycles. Forgive me if I'm ranting a little bit. I don't know how many people I'm gonna lose here, but forgive me if I'm ranting, okay? And forgive me if I'm ranting.
You fine with me,
But it got to a point where I'm like, okay, what is the game? There are cycles that happen in our lives, and each time we go through these cycles, it's up to us to learn the lesson. And once we learn those lessons, then we're able to break those spells. But in some cases, it requires some interaction in order to break it. But in some situations, it requires us to just let go of the game altogether, which is, for example, letting go of expectations.
That kept showing up.
And when it comes to expectations, you know, because this was going on with the situation that we were going through, and understanding that our lives are not just Chris and Leisha.
Nope.
We got 4 other lives that we had to take care of, and when we were doing stuff, we were putting expectations on what we wanted to happen.
Yeah.
But when we realized that the expectations were the things that were holding us back from what we needed to do, it was so hard to let go of, because it's like, if we let go of this expectation, what the hell do we do?
What's next?
Whatnow.com.
Right. What's next? So we had to let go of it. And when we did let go of the expectations, it's kind of like it was like a breakthrough moment. And it's like now all the pieces are coming together and things are making sense, because it's like we got the lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, we let go.
Yeah.
And we got it. And now it's like really, it's like, wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm saying all of that to say, because with our channel, we're going to be raw and uncut with you and let you know what's going on. And
somebody got their hand up.
Oh.
Minty.
Yeah.
The writer Medea. What's up?
What's up? What's the vibe? What's good? But I'm saying all this to say is that for some of you all, your breakthrough of breaking these spells or breaking the illusion is letting go.
Yep.
Stop playing the games, because there's so many games that are being played out here and we don't even know it. Some stuff you just have to let go. You just have to let go. And it's easier said than done, and believe me, we know it, because it took us a whole week to just get out of that whatever we were in and dropping those expectations.
Yeah, just let it go. And it's just once you let that go, because it kind of keeps you bounded, it keeps your vibration down even. So once you realize that you just got to let it go and let it be, and find a way to lift your vibrations back up. Once you get there, then you see how you really do attract that which you are. Like, it's really not even, at this point, it's not even debatable.
Right.
You literally attract what you are.
Yep.
So once we were able to let go and set ourselves free, right, from all those expectations that we were holding so tight.
Yeah, we were holding tight, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost like that survival instinct.
Yeah.
That if we had let go of if we had let go of the expectations, we felt like we wouldn't be able to survive.
Right.
You know, and the funny thing was that once we let go, we survived. We're
Right.
here.
Right. We still here. We still doing it.
Yeah.
Somebody said, saw
yes,
it breaking just this week. Oh, okay. Somebody
Yeah.
else going through the same
Yeah.
similar situation.
And that's the thing, because it's happening collectively.
Yeah, it's a collective thing.
So if you have been going through it, believe me, you are not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things that's been going on is that whatever issues that you haven't dealt with are being forced to the surface.
Yep.
It's not seeping, it's not creeping. It's like coming up and like, bam, I'm in your face.
Just like a flashlight, just in your face.
Yeah. So, so if you have been going through it, and if y'all have, raise a hand. Let us know. If you've been going through it
you're
as
not
well.
alone.
You know, yeah. So y'all are not alone for the ones that have been going through it. Believe me. But we're here to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Somebody said me. Yep.
Okay, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because the race is not given to the swift.
No,
It's-
not this one. Not the one called life.
No, it's given to the one that can endure to the end. But the funny part is that it never ends.
When you get to the end, you find out, wait, it ain't really no end. It's a loop.
Yeah. Yeah, anxiety. Oh man.
That
believe me, honey,
anxiety.
dude, anxiety. That. Oh boy.
Ooh, we just have to talk with our kids about anxiety. Like, imagine you going through your own thing, then you got to be helping somebody go through theirs. Like, we have to tell them about the anxiety, and you know, everybody, we already know that anxiety is living in the future. Like, you anxious because you don't know what's about to happen, you don't know what's about to take place, so you anxious because you just don't know. It's living in the place of not knowing, and then kind of attaching like ideas and stuff towards the unknown. That's anxiety. Now, depression is a whole nother scenario. Depression is when you're living in the past, right? Like thinking of things like what I should have did, what I could have did, what I would have did. That's all those coulda, shoulda, wouldas is depression, because you're in the past. And being depressed or being anxious, it takes you out of the present moment. Either one takes you out of the present moment. The present is called a present for a reason. It's a gift. And if we're not present, we would not be able to receive that gift. So and that's why meditation is good, because it brings, maybe the camera's shaking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because it brings you back into the present moment. So you gotta excuse us because we have our little apparatus set up here until we could get a really nice, stable laptop, so we won't be shaking this much.
Yep.
But one of the reasons why we know that the universe wants us to continue to do our YouTube channel also is because today some special somebody, because they're in school, got a brand spanking new camera.
Oh, you're gonna make me go and pull it out.
Got a camera, high def, right? And
1080p.
Right. So that's like, maybe we're supposed to keep doing this. So, and here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were thinking about maybe just coming on here and just giving you guys an update as to where we're at right now. So we weren't sure if you guys wanted us to do the readings, but if you want us to do the readings, we will. If not, that's fine. We'll probably just put it off till next Friday.
Yeah, because it's been a lot, and it's been a lot. So
and then we had a beautiful session today.
Oh, beautiful breakthrough,
I would say.
Oh my gosh, that
huge breakthrough.
To be honest, it really brought tears to my eyes.
Me too. I cried a little bit.
Everything that was going on. So shout out to the clients that we had today.
Yeah.
And if you all are looking to book a session with us, of course the link is in the description, so you can book that session with us. What does that say?
Yes, always expecting something bad to happen. Evil for forebodings.
Forebodings? I don't know what that means.
We're not that bright.
Sorry, but yeah, but we really just wanted to come in and just let y'all know.
Say yes.
Okay, yeah, but we you gotta forgive us, y'all. This has uh, definitely been something that was a test for us, and we're glad that we're coming through on the other side of it.
Right.
And you know, there are levels to there's levels to this thing.
It's literally levels.
Because when you get to a certain level, in order to go to that next plateau, there's like another barrier that you have to break
Right.
to get through. And the funny part is that there's not a barrier, but I'm just saying this in a way that's easy to understand.
Like in layman terms, almost. Like,
Right.
You know.
But once you get to a certain level, you will be tested again. Like every time when you get to this level, you're gonna get tested before you can go to the next one.
Right.
And before you can go to the next one, you're gonna be tested here. You're gonna be, and you go up to the next one.
Right.
So you have to be prepared for that, because the more knowledge that you gain, the more you're gonna be tested.
To whom much is given, much is expected. And it's not so much only about just always building upwards. It's also about expanding outward too. Because you know, if you ever played the game, what's it called? The little box games when you pull the stuff. What is it? Jenga? Jenga.
Yeah.
If you ever play that game, like you can only go so far at the top before the whole thing crumbles, and that's because it's only like kind of focused all just
Going
this way.
up.
So you want to get stability. It's always good to expand, and the more expansion that you have, when you're expanding and you're rising at the same time, you build a much stable foundation.
Right.
And that's within anything, whether it's mentally, spiritually, anything, Lee.
Yep, that's just facts.
So if you guys want us to do the readings, we can. If not, we could just wait until maybe next Friday, and we can come back on and when we're a little bit more settled, because we are in the process of moving, so you might not see this beautiful plant back here. You might see something different maybe next week.
We are actually going into a new space called Y'all First Live.
Oh, welcome,
thank you so
welcome.
much, Phoenix. Excuse me, Scorpion Phoenix. Awesome.
Consciousness. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Honeydew.
Thank you, Honeydew. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
For your castle gift today. I received it, and we received it, and we thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. But that is really helping us out, and with this whole move and everything. So, scenery may change a little bit. We're gonna end up changing some stuff, and just because. I'm just gonna show this off, because I'm gonna show y'all what this
the camera.
The camera. I'll be right back.
I'm telling you, he is so hyped about this camera. Like when the camera came today, we were actually in the middle of the session, and he got so excited. You could literally feel the excitement coming through off of his pulses, his aura. Look, he likes stuff like this.
Now for those of y'all who may not know, I'm a real techie.
He is. He's a nerd.
I'm what they call a black nerd. Okay.
He is.
So when it comes to tech stuff, like I'm all about it.
Right.
So I got this today. Right. This is a Sony A6 6000. Right. But here's the thing. This is a mirrorless camera.
Oh my God.
I don't know if y'all know anything about mirrorless camera.
You're gonna go in.
But it is like super sharp, right?
Yeah, it's nice too.
And so the video quality on this little thing
Fire.
here is gonna be awesome. And so I'm actually going through the process of seeing how I can set this up.
Right.
We may not be able to go live with it. There's a possibility. But the new post production videos that we're going to be doing are going to be a lot higher quality,
Right.
along with a bunch of other stuff. So, like I said, the universe really pushed us in this direction to be in this community to help, to provide our services, our time, our energy.
Right.
And like we're pretty much cutting out social media just so we can focus on y'all.
Right. We're not because we wanted to stretch into like Facebook and stuff like that, but Facebook is very messy.
Very messy. Facebook can get you messed up.
It's so messy, and it's like doing Facebook is like watching the news almost. A lot of airy stuff, and so we might just, first of all, I'm going to deactivate my Facebook account in the next couple of days. I haven't really been on it, but I will definitely be just deactivating the Facebook account, and just we'll just focus on the YouTube channel.
Focus on our Twin Flame Chronicles.
Twin Flame Chronicles. We're just gonna just do the YouTube, because Facebook is too much. It's just a lot going on with Facebook, and we really don't think it's good for vibratory reasons, I should say.
Yeah. And for those who are just jumping on, I'm gonna circle back just a little bit to give you a heads up of what's going on. This past couple of week and a half for us has been very trying.
Yes.
And we were really at the point of just saying F it, not doing any more videos, not doing any more social media, any of it.
None of it.
And we ended up getting to a point where we started to spiral back up, and it was because of our YouTube subscribers, our fans, with all of the comments talking about how what we done has helped them out, and they really appreciate us and keep going. And at one of our lowest points, y'all poured into us.
Right.
And because of that, we're gonna keep going.
We gonna keep this train moving, keep it going. And it's funny because we were saying the other day how nice it would be if we were to have a better camera, and my baby was like, he was like, no, I checked with the school, and they said that it's not a part of my curriculum, so I'm not gonna get the camera. And so right when we were gonna give up and not do this whole YouTube thing and everything, the camera shows up, and we're like, well, wait a minute, I thought this was not on your
Yeah, they said that it wasn't a part of the program, but
here it is.
Here we go.
So
yeah, like I said, things just turned around, and we're so thankful for things turning around.
Right.
Hopefully, we really learned our lesson. I'm pretty
I hope
sure.
so too.
I'm pretty sure that the universe is gonna test us.
Chicken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the universe is gonna test us again just to make sure we got it. But this go around, we are very conscious of what's going on around us. So when anything pops up, we'll be able to withstand that storm
and see it for what it is, and not trying to turn sugar into something else, the other S word. But somebody said that they're trying to Cashapp. Did we put the correct stuff up there?
Let me make sure. Hold on.
Do you want us to pull a card? Amenity, the writer media. You want us to pull a card for you? Let me go ahead and get this beautiful stuff going. Let me settle the energies. Get a little Tibetan bowl going.
Pull a few cards this evening. Oh, actually, she did. Oh, we got it. We got it. So we will be coming with that in just a moment.
This is so good for just making the energies just settle out. It's beautiful. All right, so amenity.
Yeah,
let me go ahead. Hi, honeydew. You're just awesome. Marshawn might not be here to join us tonight. I hope she's feeling okay. So let me go ahead and get your card out for you and see what messages your higher self have for you tonight. Amenity. So let me get this pack really nice and shuffled.
Yeah, a mint tea.
A mint tea. Get some
That
good
sounds like how it
energy.
is. Let me look at these comments. Yep, Facebook is. Yeah, Facebook
Face,
is.
yeah,
low
they're saying they're
vibration.
agreeing. All
Yeah,
right.
Spammers, trolls.
So we're gonna get a
yeah.
message from your higher self.
Mhm.
Either a message that you're gonna need for right now. It might be something in the near future, or maybe something in your past. But a message from your higher self. We call on your higher self to deliver a message for you on today.
Mhm.
You see what message your higher self has for you. Okay.
Oh, the youth,
So you have the youth.
which is a major card.
Now this is one of the major cards. Okay. And so usually whenever the youth comes up, it's just like what it signifies. It's like you might be venturing out into something new. So it's like an adventure. It says quest for adventure, right? It's calling you to kind of like live in the moment, like we were just saying, be present. It's saying you might be at a point in time where you're defying like traditional, whatever tradition society has. You might be kind of like finding your own path right now. It's the greater the risk, the greater the reward. So maybe you might be contemplating maybe making a big move and maybe you're not sure. Assert your independence, all right, and embrace your individuality. It's okay to embrace yourself for who you are. It looks like the universe might be pointing you in a new direction. It's also saying freedom from fear and doubt. So do away with fear, do away with doubt. You might come across a time where there is conflict or turmoil, and it's okay. It says communication and compromise. So you might want to think about, how you communicate. You might, it's like saying there's many battles within a war. So sometimes you got to know how to pick your battles.
Yep.
And address your desires.
Yes. And that actually is a good segue into the comment that she just made, because she said that she needed to know about her twin flame, if her twin flame is real or if it's done for. Now, when it comes to twin flames, something that we say all the time is that we can't tell you who your twin flame is.
Right.
Only you and your higher self can tell you who your twin flame is. But if that line of communication is not open, and y'all are not on the same path,
right,
then that's something that you have to address. Because with any relationship, whether it be a job relationship, a girlfriend or boyfriend or just a friend,
right,
communication is key.
It is key. Like you need it. It's like trying to get into a door and the door is locked. A communication will be like that key to open that door.
Yep.
So unless you bust down the door and then the door is all broken, now you got to get a new door, and then it might just be the wrong door that you busted into.
Right.
So definitely communication is key, and with any relationship, and I've noticed this even in past relationships that we've been in. I could speak for both of us because we talk a lot about this stuff. Let's say your idea of love might not be necessarily their idea of what love is. So your idea of loving someone might be buying them flowers, buying them a whole bunch of materialistic stuff. That, and I'm not saying that's your idea, I'm just giving an example. Now the other person's idea of love might be going into nature, doing stuff like holding hands and watching each other eye to eye, like things of that nature might be the way that they show love. So sometimes we might look at the other person not giving us flowers, not doing all the stuff that we consider to be love, but the other person consider doing those things to be love. So because those things are not reciprocated on both ends, it can cause a lot of riffraff. So a way to really love someone is to actually find out what is their perception of love.
What is their love language?
What is their? There you go.
There you go.
I
was trying to think about it earlier.
Look at my baby.
Hey, that's
so
what.
Proud of you.
But that's like 4 hours later.
Right. So it's called the love language. So you have to find out what love language they speak, and then you have to show them what love language you speak. so that you're loving each other in the way that you can receive it.
Right.
But you, both of you gotta have to want to do it. It only works if both parties want to do it.
Yeah. Because if only one person want to play, can't nobody play.
You ain't gonna be able, you're playing by yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes playing by yourself is not bad, but hey, it's it just is what it is.
So I hope that was helpful for you, sweetheart.
Yes.
Love you too. Who's that, Sylvia?
Mhm.
Hey, Sylvia, what's up?
Yes.
I need to know about. Okay, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm curious, which part of the Caribbean are you from? You want to know where I'm from?
Oh boy, got your people looking for you.
My people look. Where you from? What part of the Caribbean you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
You said
she
sorry.
is.
Yeah, I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from a teeny tiny island.
Oh, he's from Barbados and Trinidad.
I was just about to say on the Western Hemisphere from Barbados. So if you know what country is west of Barbados, then you know where I'm from.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Look at you. You know your geography. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's where I'm from. And I have my grandmother lives in Trinidad. My sister, my brother was born in Trinidad. And I have lots of family in Barbados because I used to travel. I used to travel to Barbados and Trinidad a lot when I was younger. So yes.
Best couple ever. Thank you so much.
You guys are so awesome. And
Much better. Thank you. You guys are always. Yes.
Nice. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody else want us to pull a card for them tonight? Because usually when we pull cards, it's kind of like you might be in the chat, and it might be something that's said that might help you also.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that happens because it's been happening ever since we've been doing these cards.
Yep. And I'll just give y'all a heads up. That download, and for those who just jumped in who probably didn't hear this, when we went through that dark night or that period of depression for us,
Right.
when we came back out of it, we came out with some major downloads.
Boy.
And this one right here had like a couple of pages. I'm not kidding y'all. She had pages written down where she was in like this trance mode of just knowledge and information that we're planning on sharing. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But it was some major downloads that came through, especially when it came to Twin Flame and drawing in the numbers and stuff.
With the numbers and the Twin Flame. That was something serious right there. I was not expecting that in the least bit. Like, I didn't even want to write anything down. I wanted to sleep. Like, I wanted to take a nap. I was tired. I'm like, I want to go to sleep. I want to will myself out of this existence. It is too hard. Everybody leave me alone. Go on pity party. And so my higher self was like, I'm not going to no pity party with you, but you're going to learn some stuff today. Grab you a pen and paper. And I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to get no pen and paper. I'm too tired. I'm going to sleep. I'm pity party. Cry. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just go get this paper because I might just need to write. So while I'm just kind of like going in and out. And through the phases of going in and out, I'm just writing and I'm writing, and then I'm going back to sleep because it was a sweet sleep, and I didn't want to miss it because oftentimes when you get into that 2 o'clock that midday nap, you really just want to sleep, and I'm like, no, I don't want to write anything, and so I'll just get up and I'm like, let me just write, and I'm writing. I'm not really conscious of what I'm really writing because I'm trying to sleep. But as I'm up and I'm just getting like whatever, and I'm just writing and I'm writing and I'm writing. And then once I got up from my like 2-hour nap and I took a look at all the papers, I'm like, what the hell?
So like 8 pages.
I like 8 or 9 pages. And I'm like, what is this?
Just full of downloads.
Full of information. And I'm like, wow, that's some deep stuff.
And from that point on, it's just like it was an upper spiral from there.
It was.
And one of the things that was so key was just understanding that your low point is actually your high point.
Right, and it's not really a difference. Like people think that, they say top and bottom, but it's top is the bottom. The bottom is the top. It's the
Because the
same.
energy is the same.
The energy is intensified, and at the end of the day, it's just energy. It's just what you do with the energy that counts. Like the knife, right? A knife is a knife. The knife isn't bad.
No.
You use your knife to cut tomatoes. You use it. Excuse me, we're on the live. Use it to cook.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a knife. It's your decision what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else said that they wanted to pull a card. Who said they wanted a card to be pulled?
Yeah, somebody wanted to pull
Somebody
a card.
said they're in New Zealand.
Yeah. So if y'all can send either a super chat with $5 or more, or send the Cash App for $5 or more, then we can get a card pulled. Just the energy exchange.
Keep the energy balance going, because in anything that we do, you know, you want to keep the energy balance, like an exchange of energy, and that's pretty much what it is.
Okay, it's no problem.
Take your time, sweetie pie.
Mm-hmm.
We're so glad to be here. I mean, we truly love our YouTube channel, and to be honest with you, when I was thinking about, you know, deactivating everything on social media and just going ghost, I was like, no, I can't go ghost on YouTube.
No, that's
because I love our subscribers are just beautiful. Like, our channel is wonderful.
It really is.
We built a channel for about a year now. We've been building over a year.
It's been over a year.
And all of our subscribers are just like wonderful. Like, I mean, some days we can come here, we can have like a really long day, and we'll leave the live feeling beautiful, feeling loved. And so my baby's tired.
I'm sorry. I say, ooh.
Ready to check out, baby.
Nah, I still got classwork to do. I got a final I got to do.
Always expecting the bad to happen. Dealing with anxiety, worry, stress. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's called spiraling down.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're spiraling down like that, that's what happens, because we're going to experience what we are. And I'm going to be honest with you. When we were spiraling down, we didn't realize how much energy it took to spiral back up. Like, it's really like, and from now on, I'm going to be honest. I'm really going to try my best not to get that far.
Right.
Because it takes a lot, because when you're spiraling down,
it's like a spaceship. You gotta use a lot of
fuel to come back up, and you don't realize how much fuel you're using going down, because you know it feels good going down, and this is with anything. Like when you're climbing down a tree, if anybody has ever climbed a tree before, you're climbing down a tree, and it's good. You're going down.
Yeah, or going downhill.
Or going downhill is easier. But when you're trying to come back up the hill or climb back up the tree, it's like, damn, I'm sweating.
Yep.
So we're not gonna go that low anymore.
No, and see and like I said, it was a reality check for us to let us know where we are, and it also reminded us that we have to be present at all seconds of the day.
Yep, it's like a conscious decision that you have to make within your own being, and you have to check yourself literally before you wreck yourself.
Because you will wreck yourself.
you gotta constantly check yourself. Like, you have to really look at yourself. You have it's like you're a child almost. So you have to look, like when you have a baby, like you have to treat yourself like a baby. You know, lots of care, lots of nurturing. You don't never leave a baby alone and go up like, let me go down this hill right here real quick. Oh, he's 3 months, he'll be okay. You don't do that. Well, you know, unless, you know, when you're in your right state of mind or whatever have you. You have that heart connection with the mind. But yeah, you don't do that. And so you have to treat yourself the same way. So you have to constantly watch yourself and constantly check yourself, so that you won't get caught in that loop of spiraling down, because I promise you, it's the further down you go, I mean, it's going to take twice as much energy to wheel yourself back up.
Yep. And Shells just made a comment here that my twin and I was high in the summer, and last weekend bottomed out. I didn't enjoy that feeling at all. Now that just reminds me of something that we were talking about with another client as well. you have to take a step back and look at the situation. And especially if this is something that's like a cycle that's going on, that means that there's a lesson. These are red flags that are just going off to tell you to pay attention. And you have to think about this. When you get to that point that the relationship is ending, you have to think about, what are you losing? Because if you, and this is no attack towards you or towards anybody, but you have to think about it. If you were whole before they left and you were happy before they left, why would them leaving be so devastating? I know this is a hard thing to look at when you're in the moment, and that's a part of the work that we talk about, is asking yourself the hard questions, and really digging deep into it. Because if that person affects you so much, that means that they were filling a space for you that you didn't feel for yourself.
Right.
Because if you fill that void for yourself, then if they were to leave, there's no harm.
No harm, no foul. And you know what? It's something that we recently started doing with the kids, and we notice it for ourselves. And I have to check my own, because sometimes when I notice this, when I check the kids, I'll walk in the room and I'll be like, well, goddamn, I just checked my own self. Because it's like you when you really start looking at situations from a different perspective, you realize half the time that information came in for you to pay attention to. Because even sometimes when we're delivering messages here on the YouTube channel, it's for us too. You know, sometimes it's for us, and sometimes it might be for somebody else.
Yeah, and when it comes to the twin flame, we can't tell you if your twin is going to come back or not. That's a decision that they have to make, if they're going to be in a relationship or not. Because at the end of the day, we all have free will. And we all have a role that we have to play. It's just a matter of how well are you going to play that role. So if that person is supposed to be your twin flame, if that's your twin flame, then they're deciding on how well they're going to play that role or not.
And I want you to understand this. Not even understand a mentee. I need you to understand something, right? There are something called probabilities, right? In this existence that we're in. It's probabilities. Probabilities, you can look at it as possibilities, right? With each decision that we make in this lifetime, it births our future. Right? You can look into someone's probabilities, right? And then you're looking at their probabilities based on the type of decisions that they're making in the current state, in the present moment. Right? So you can go to a psychic, they can tell you, you know what, I see this in your future, I see that in your future, I see this and that and that and the third. But they're giving you information based off of what timeline that you're currently on. You have the choice of choosing your timelines by just choosing, making different decisions, because you have free will. So that's why sometimes you might go to some kind of psychic or whatever. They might give you some type of information, and then you notice the complete opposite happened after you got that information from that psychic. That's because she was literally reading to you from a specific timeline, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stick to that timeline. You can make a different decision and you can choose a different experience. Because we live in a multiverse where you have infinite possibilities. Unless you decide to bound yourself to a specific timeline, then that's again, it's a choice in itself. That's your choice. But you don't have to do that, and also your twin doesn't have to do that, because the same choices that I have, you have, my baby have, everyone has the same ability to choose.
Thank you so much, Sylvia.
Right? Because it's the probabilities that you're looking at. So depending on what probability that you want to experience, you just have to do the actions that will require that. Now keep in mind that just because you want to experience something, right, doesn't necessarily mean that your counterpart will want to have that same experience. But in the event that both of you do want to have that same experience, then you will come into the same timeline. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely. Hopefully that definitely did catch on. Um, well, we got one person that's trying to send.
Somebody wants to pull a card. Who's the next one whose card I gotta pull? Sylvia, is that you? Is that Sylvia?
Well, it came through like that. I don't know what's going on, but it's for the multi-dimensional universe. I think I saw them.
Multi-dimensional.
But we got Sylvia that just.
Sylvia, sweetheart. Okay, let me get your card out, Sylvia, and we'll figure out who's the next multi-dimensional being that we got on the chat.
Oh, here we go. I just saw it.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, multi-dimensional universe. They want the card pool. So we'll do multi-dimensional first, and then we'll do Sylvia.
Okay, so multi-dimensional. I like your name. I like your name a lot.
Multi-dimensional.
I love it. Okay, so multi-dimensional. Okay, we're gonna definitely get a card. We're gonna ask for guidance from your higher self, with your permission, of course, to get a card for you, which will leave a message. We'll bring forth a message for you, whether it's gonna be for your near future, or
What's it say?
whether it's going to be for right now, the present moment, or if it's maybe something in the past. A message that you need to know on today's date. And we're just asking for guidance from your higher self. In multidimensional being, you have a lot of energy, because I feel a lot of intensity right now in these cards.
Got the same thing.
Cheese on bread. Okay, multidimensional being. Yeah, you are high, very high energy. I feel it in the cards. Cheese on bread. You got me, my armpits. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whew. Whew. It's multidimensional. Who is this multidimensional?
Gonna show on the card. Come on out of there.
You got it? Okay, here we go.
What is that?
Oh, Lord, have multidimensional being.
Air. What is that?
You have
Eight of air.
the 8 of air. Looks like a king. That's you, multidimensional being. Are you seeing you? So you got the 8 of air. Now, whenever the 8 of air shows up, it says ego does not always tell the truth, which we all know. Ego is just the ID. It says effect will always follow cause. So wanting you to pay attention to one of the principles, cause and effect. It says time to change your ways. Admit that you made a mistake. Memory is impactful. It says self-justification does not mitigate harm. So it's okay to admit when you're wrong. It says consequences are inescapable. So again, just know cause and effect is not something we can run from. And also just keep in mind that we all make mistakes in our lives, and it's okay, because if we are perfect, we would not be on planet Earth, that's for sure. Okay, we would have been lit up on Macabre, and we would have been out this piece. The fact that we're here says that we have something to work on. Okay, and it also says we are creatures driven by our egos, which, naturally, because we need the ego to exist in this low density place. It says our ego is in part our identity, like I said before, the center of our consciousness. So it's kind of what holds us and binds us here. It is driven by our instincts and base desires, and constrained by culture and society. That's kind of what feeds the ego.
Right.
It can have us feeling confident and certain, right? Or it can have us feeling uncertain and afraid. It can also employ one of several defense mechanisms to protect the ego. So it's like the more that we identify with something, it's the more, parts of us is going to come together to protect it. And therefore, when we identify so much with the ego, that's when we start creating split within ourselves, and we have the shadow that really just kind of goes far to the other side. So you might want to, I don't know, maybe look into doing some shadow work.
Yeah.
In multidimensional being, I really hope that was helpful for you.
Yes. In multidimensional being, thank you so much for the donation. And sorry that I caught your donation a little bit late.
Apologize.
But glad we were able to get that out for you. And now we're going to jump into Sylvia's reading so that we can see what's going on. Yes.
Thank you. I do understand. My ego was wounded, and I have had confidence knocked I need to. Oh, you
Yeah.
sweet thing, you.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
get into that shadow work, because that shadow work
Yeah.
will
It'll
help you
help.
out a lot.
It will definitely help
Mm-hmm.
once you do that integration. But you definitely are loved from us.
Yes, 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 yes.
And thank you for your patience.
And now we got Sylvia on deck. So you are coming in. I want to thank you so much for your super chat as well. And so the next card that's coming up is for you.
Is this for Sylvia? Sylvia?
Yes, Sylvia.
Okay, beautiful Sylvia. So let's get a message from your higher self on tonight. So we're just going to ask for assistance from your higher self with your permission.
Oh, trying to pop out
I
already.
know, these people got some intense energies.
Yep.
Asking for a message from your higher self to come in and bring a message that you're going to need maybe in the near future, maybe right now, or maybe it's something in the past, right? So we're not sure, but something that you need right now, we're going to ask your higher self for a card for you. And so we have a major card. Looks like this is one of the scribes.
No, that's not a major card. That's a 3 of air.
Yeah, I think this is a 3 of air.
Yeah, it's 3 of air.
Yeah, that's a 3 of air. Could you see it? So somebody is intelligent. Somebody knows how to use energies. Oh, Sylvia, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so whenever the 3 of air comes up, it says it might be a time to expand your mind. So this is a time for expansion.
Mm-hmm.
It says every experience offers a lesson. So any type of experience, whether you look at it, because good or bad is just our perception. Whether you look at it or good or bad, it's a lesson that's wrapped in there.
Mm-hmm.
It says education is a lifelong process.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're always learning, forever students. Okay? And it says learning aids comprehension. So the more that you learn, the more wisdom that you have, the more that you understand situations, circumstances, and individuals that's in your current experience. This is the same thing we were saying.
Yeah, it really is.
It says lessons repeat until we understand.
Yes.
So life is going to continue to bring forward the same lesson until we get it, until it finally clicks.
Yep.
Then we can move on from that lesson. And it says learning transforms talent into a skill. So even though you're good at something, if you master that skill, like harness in on it, learn more about it, it really becomes a skill, and it's already a talent. So when you have a talent, that's a skill. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it says here, don't kill the messenger. It
Don't
says
do it.
ignorance is nothing to be proud of, and it says the 3 of air symbolizes the importance of education. To keep rising and study in helping us to reach our highest potential. It also reminds us that education should be taught up as a lifelong process.
Mm-hmm.
And when we think of education, think of it as more of development, not so much like pouring in, because that's why I guess it says take your talent, right? Learn about your talent because it's already within you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're helping that to expand versus pouring stuff inside of you, that might be foreign. Like doing a job you're not happy with, but going to school, let's say going to school to be, going to school and learning how to be an architect, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're really a dancer, like you like to dance. So you're going to school and you're learning about architecture and you're doing all of this stuff, but you're learning, but it's not who you are.
Right. Yeah. And to just putting myself out there as well, like that would be like me going to learn to be a doctor when I know that my passion is drawing and graphic design.
Right.
It's just a waste of my energy.
Exactly.
So you have to be very conscious of where you put your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hope that was helpful, my dear.
Yep,
And
yep.
Who is next?
I don't think we have anybody next. Let me just double check. I don't want nobody to come at me.
I know. If you guys are next, just let me know. What if you have lots of talents? Ooh, are you a Pisces?
Yeah.
She said, what if you have, pick one. Then when you have, okay, so having lots of talents is actually a good thing. It is a great thing, even though it can be frustrating. it's a great thing. She says she's a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Pick one. I'm gonna let my baby tell you about it because he has many talents.
Yeah. When it comes to being multi-talented, which is not a shock because we are multi-dimensional beings, that means that you have a plethora of tools that you can use at your disposal. It's just a matter of knowing when to use those tools. Now, those tools can be turned into talent, which is talente, which means a sum of money.
Yes.
So you have to figure out which one you like to do the most. Because, like, for me, like, yes, I have skills when it comes to graphic design, but I also have skills in working on cars. I have skills as far as putting together bookshelves and a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm good at cooking, right? But I had to look at, what do I really want to do? What brings me the most joy?
Right.
And when it comes to being creative, so doing graphic design, cooking is second, then I'm going to do those things before I do anything else that I'm really good at. Because when I can just jump in there and do some stuff when nobody else can do it, you know, it makes me look good. But, you know, you have to really focus on what brings you the most joy.
Yeah. What you like the most, because I have a lot of talents too, but I don't like none of my talents. Like, I can do hair very well, but I can't really do it for too long because I get agitated, you know. Like, I'll do half of your hair and tell you I'm gonna do the other half tomorrow, but I'm really good at it. I'm very good at cooking, but I don't like to cook. What else am I good at, baby?
Jewelry.
I'm very good at making jewelry. No, I enjoy that. I can write. I'm a good writer. I write poems and books, and I'm very good at writing. I enjoy writing. But some of my talents I don't enjoy. I literally don't enjoy it, but I'm very good at it. Like, I like talking to people. Like, I like doing that. I like to help people out of sticky situations and come up with solutions. I love doing that because I'm good at that.
Right.
But I don't like to cook. I don't like to braid hair.
But she good at it.
But I'm very good at it.
Every time she cook, there's not enough food. Like, everybody going back for seconds and thirds. So yeah, that's just how it is. But we don't want to hold y'all too long this evening. Doesn't look like anybody else wanted to jump in on this. That's an interesting number. I don't know why. But yeah, we just wanted to give y'all a little bit of insight of what's going on here. Of course, we're not going to go too much in detail because what's our business is our business.
Right. We don't want to mix the public with the private.
Right.
You know, because we're sovereign citizens.
But once again, if you all are interested in having a consultation with us where we can go down and break down things for you one-on-one, definitely click on the link down in the description and book your own session, whether it's a card reading or one-on-one or breaking down your natal chart and stuff like that. We can help out. And don't forget that we do have our Balancing the Chakras webinar on October the 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we invite you. We definitely want you guys to come. And for those of you who missed Balancing the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine webinar, and if you also missed the Shadow Work webinar, which I would definitely recommend if you're needing help with doing some shadow work, it's on our website. And you can actually get those discounted because, you know, you didn't get to be at the live.
Yeah. So yeah, if you weren't able to get at the live, you can go and download those webinars. They're only $33.33, and you can download that video, play it back. They're both about an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
So definitely prepare yourself. But yeah.
And that's it. If nobody else, if you guys don't have any other questions or any other requests, then we'll just call it a night. And thank you guys so much for joining in and for tuning in with us. We appreciate it. And we definitely love you. So we didn't miss anybody?
No, we didn't miss anybody.
Okay.
We got everybody.
We got everybody, right? Everybody, we got you. You got your cards and everything. Because we would hate to leave the live and okay.
Say good night.
All right, good night. So we got
Yeah.
everybody.
All
Okay, love and light, guys.
Well, y'all have a beautiful evening. Peace out.